Y'all know the drill if you saw the last video. Ranking people's custom action figures. Let's go. Okay, first submissions are from Mr. Swiggle. Bro, I never knew how to pronounce that. So let's see, the Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku. I'm guessing Limit Breaker. And Loki, this isn't a bad figure. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty cool. I give this one the solid 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty cool. Now we got his, here's his, Ultra Ultimate Vegito. And, the paint job's cool. And, it looks like his Ultimate Goku or my Shadow Goku. And, I like the designs. So, obviously, I'm going to give it the solid 9 out of 10. So, here is the Ultra Ego Vegeta Evolve figure. Now, I don't know why the eyebrows are purple or why... because he's not supposed to have any. Or, like, the blood could have been done better. But I give this, like, a 7 out of 10. 6. Nah. I give it a 7 out of 10. So, here is his Super Saiyan Blue Xeno Goku, which she never does Super Saiyan Blue, but whatever. I think it's a 10 out of 10, The 9. The paint on the leg and stuff could have been done better, but I give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. Or just a 9, I don't know. What is this amazing design? Now, I know Evil Goku, that red and black design, have been since like 2009, but the cloak and the Super Saiyan God hair, that is amazing. That design is a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. God Goku. This is his custom design also. The design is nice. I like it, pretty cool. Solid 9. Ultimate Vegeta. You know what? It's a solid 9 out of 10. It's just a recolor, so maybe like an 8. This is a 10 out of 10. You see the amount of effort? The skirt piece, the colors. This is a 9. This is just amazing. Black Frieza. I'm assuming he has the golden Frieza figure evolve. Yeah, you can see the gold in it. It's a little chipping off, so I give it a 7. It would have gone higher if it wasn't chipping. Ultimate Gogeta. Ultra. This gets an 8. The paint job, it's pretty good. 8. His Ultimate Goku design. I like it. It's just the paint sucks a little bit in like the rib, like his waist area under the belt. You can see orange. But besides that, it's pretty cool. I give it a 9 out of 10, an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Nah, 8 because of the paint. Capsule Corp Goku. This is amazing. These both get a 10 out of 10. Capsule Corp Goku Blue Universal. This one's a pretty easy one. I gave it an 8. It's pretty cool. It's simple. His, main Goku. This is basically his, OC. Kind of how my OC Shadow Goku. This is his. And I give it a 10 out of 10. The next submissions are from Toy Nerds. So, I originally didn't know what was custom about this because I don't really know about DC figures or DC. But he did tell me he swapped the belt or something. But, so, I give it a 10 out of 10. Red Hood. I do have a Red Hood Funko Pop. But, I'm guessing the mask or the clay chest. I don't know what's custom about it, but it gets a 9 out of 10. Because I can't even tell it's a custom. That's cool. Yosh, yeah! Vegito. We got Vegito. He looks amazing. Is this a repaint? I actually can't even tell how these are custom. And I don't mean in that bad way. I mean, that's crazy. But this is a 10 out of 10. And Gohan Black, a pretty simple custom. I can see how this one's custom. The head swap. It gets a 10 out of 10. Next submissions are by Beastly Dragoon. So we sent 2 versions of Withered Bonnie. And they glow. I don't know which one glow in the dark eyes. So let's start with version 1. So you can notice, I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, the right foot doesn't really look like an endo. And, oh, wait, that's the left foot. My bad. Because, it's how we see it. My left, his right hand looks cool. But it doesn't really look like an endo. And the clay on his, wires, they look a little chunky. But I like the black wash he added on the stomach. So I give this 8 out of 10. Now, here's his Withered Bonnie version 2. Dang. Real endo foot, real endo hand. The wires look less chunky. This gets a 10 out of 10. I also wanted to point out, he didn't submit this, but he made an amazing Withered Golden Freddy. Like, holy, like, the only problem is, like, you can see the chest art, which shows he also Rockstar Freddy, but this is an amazing figure. It gets a 10 out of 10. Next submissions are from Shadow Golden, and he made the Yellow Rabbit, or Movie Spring Bonnie, whatever you want to call him, Matthew Lillard Spring Bonnie. It's cool, a 10 out of 10. And also he made that bow tie out of clay, that's clean. It deserves a 10 out of 10. Until next time, bye. By the way, please make more submissions.